what point during your kind of secondary school or even like your primary school experience did you decide that you wanted to work with animals in the future?
I think it was quite early on when I was, from a very young age, I knew I wanted to work with animals because growing up I'd been around animals. I used to have lots of pets. Mom used to always have cats. And, I used to go camping a lot and just seeing like the animals. I always was drawn to like, oh, it's cows in the field or something like that. So when I did my year 10 work experience, I couldn't get into a vet practice because had already been taken, that space had. But I did go to it was like a small petting zoo where they had like a range of different animals and the kids come and they ride the donkeys and stuff like that. And I think that's when I did that placement, that's when it kind of really settled in that I really want to work with animals because like I had I had seen like what I could do with animals, and I just really enjoyed it. I knew that I knew that if I was going to work, I wanted to work somewhere where I had enjoyment coming to work every day. I didn't want to be stuck somewhere that like I'd wake up in the morning, I'd be miserable like going to work and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a really good point of, having, obviously it's nice to have a job which gives you a decent salary so that you can obviously live your life. But yeah, having a sense of satisfaction in your job is so, so important, and obviously it's the reason why you're pursuing what you're pursuing now. So after university, what are maybe some of your other career steps or goals that you'd like to take, or kind of, do you want to talk about that a bit more in depth?
Yeah, so my other interests within veterinary are and public health and public health and then like large animals. So public health is more to do with working with the government, maybe working with DEFRA and the Animal and Plant Health Organization, something like that. Can't remember the exact name. Yeah, so it's more like you're not really practicing clinically. It's more I think more not office based, but more theory based, if you like. It's not as clinical, but I really enjoy that because it ties into like One Health, which is lots of different professionals working together to combat different like diseases and stuff like that. You might have heard of One Health yourself, but it's really interesting area, and I really enjoy like the public health side of things. It's like tackling disease and diseases that can affect humans, diseases that come from animals, because you might not think it sometimes, but a lot of diseases do come from animals.
Yeah.
And I think doctors alone can't just combat that. We need a whole body of professionals to help with that.
Yeah, and that's actually really interesting. I never kind of thought about how, having an understanding of animals and the illnesses and the diseases they have can actually impact into humans and how that kind of functions in our government and society. So again, I'm guessing that's something that you've learned through your course, that those two can have quite a connectivity to each other. You've done placements, you've kind of seen people working in the industry, and obviously you've worked in the industry in yourself in terms of placements. So to work in the animal management industry, what kind of key skills do you think are most important to have?
I think perseverance is a key skill because, you're going to have your good days and you're going to have your bad days. And if it's something you're really passionate about, if you stick to it, you'll get to where you want to go. Whether it's veterinary or whether it's like something like marine biology or, just farming as well, like anything you want to do within the animal industry, I think you've got to start somewhere, and it might not always be the place you want to start. So definitely having perseverance is a key skill. And I think, being punctual is a key skill as well, because working with animals, you can't keep them waiting. If you need to be somewhere at 8 a.m. and you turn up at 10 a.m., it might, it's not going to work, because animals, they need feeding, they need cleaning, and they can't wait all day. Especially like if you've got lots of animals to take care of, you need to be quite punctual, and I think that's definitely a key skill.